All right, so we're on to video number 4, which is your rubric for your first scene design project, which is going to be a two-dimensional representation of your ideas for Waiting for Godot. So there's 7 pieces that you need to know. Again, all of this is on the Moodle site. Number 1, provide a one-paragraph concept statement that explains your approach to the play. Include as a part of this a metaphor, which should then be revealed as part of your design research as evidenced in your visual morgue. What does all of that mean? Number 1. All right, so you need to have an idea about the play. Waiting for Godot is like this. Waiting for Godot means this. Waiting for Godot is like this, right? Waiting for Godot is like a two-sided coin, and both sides never seem to meet. Waiting for Godot is, I'm going to produce Waiting for Godot as a play in outer space, etc., right? But then I also want you to include a metaphor. So something that's physical, something that's tangible, something that I can hold on to. That's a metaphor, right? Something that I can physically grasp or see. And then I want to see that metaphor in your design. So, if it could be part of a painting on the floor. It could be part of an abstract way in which you put your ground plan together. It could be something that would be part of the scenery. But one of the things that we want to learn early on as a scenic designer is we want our research to inform our visual design, our visual world. Remember that all theater is about is communicating an idea. Austin Kleon wrote a great book. It's called Steal Like an Artist. As scenic designers, we want to steal like an artist from the world around us in a way that helps us to inform the place and the setting of the world that we're creating, right? And hopefully, as one member of a larger production team, we're all working on the same idea. So number 1 for your rubric is come up with a concept or statement about what this play is about. That informs everyone on the production team. Like everyone on the production team has to use the same idea, right? And then find a metaphor, find some visual imagery that will help inform then your scenic design for your play. It should all work together. That's number 1, okay? Number 2, I want you to answer the abstract questions, right? So go through the abstract questions, just the top part of that page, and I want you to write out an answer to all of those questions with regards to how you are producing and choosing to do Waiting for Godot, right? Number 3, you're going to assemble a visual morgue, okay? And make sure that your images, if they're color images, make sure that your images are in color. Since this is an online class, you can do that a couple different ways. You can use PowerPoint, you could use Microsoft Word, you could use you could use Adobe products, whatever. You could actually lay it all out on a piece of poster board or on your floor and take a picture of it, right? So it could be as simple or as complex, but I don't want you to get hung up on trying to make something pretty. That is not the point of this exercise. The point of this exercise is to go do research, visual research that will inform your definition and understanding of the world of the play. You need to show me that research, and then I need to see that research in your actual design. But the point of it is just to go do the work, okay? Number 4, I want you to draw 3 distinct, different ground plan sketches for Waiting for Godot. These could be on a 3x5 index card. You could do 3 of them on one 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. You could do 1 on one 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, whatever you want. The drawing should be in the context of the Nelda K. Balch Theater. And again, I've got both perspective renderings and two-dimensional bird's eye view ground plan renderings of that on the Moodle site. So you can just print that out or you can look at it online. But this does not need to be pretty. It's just a sketch, okay? It's just different ideas. And one of the things that I do as a scenic designer is I will come up with multiple sketches, multiple ground plans of ways that I think a scenic environment could work, and then I'll share those with the director. So we need to get into the habit of one idea is not good enough, right? Multiple ideas are the way that great ideas happen, right? So come up with 3 good ideas, then you're going to pick one of them. All right, number 5. Indicate of the 3 ground plans that then you create these little thumbnail sketches, these little renderings. Pick one of those for your actual ground plan for Waiting for Godot. So come up with 3 ideas, choose one. We're going to explore that one then a little bit more deeply. Number 6, draw a scaled sketch of this ground plan that you picked. Okay, so you could print out the little render drawing that I have, the 3-dimensional perspective rendering of the Nelda K. Balch Theater. It's on the Moodle site. You could just hand draw something if you want to do that. That's fine. But come up with a picture, like draw a little picture of what you think your set design for Waiting for Godot looks like. All right, and then number 7, submit it. Okay, so number 1, come up with a concept, idea, and some kind of metaphor. Number 2, answer the abstract questions. Number 3, assemble your research, your visual morgue. I've got an idea. I'm going to go research that idea. I'm going to find some images of how I'm going to put it together, right? And then you're going to create a visual morgue. Again, you could put it on the floor and take a picture of it. You could do whatever you want, but you do need to submit that. Come up with 3 different ground plans of how I might make that idea work in terms of actually working in the theater space, in the theater, right? Pick one of those ideas, and then of that last idea, then draw a little sketch, a little ground plan, a little scaled rendering of what you think your scenic design would look like, and then number 7, submit it, okay? That's it, and I'm looking forward to seeing your work.